Hey everyone, the Sephora VIB sale is right around the corner. It actually starts on April 14th. So I thought I would share my current Sephora wish list. This is basically like everything that I've added to my loves list for the past few months. I don't plan on picking up all of these products by any means. I'll definitely narrow it down, but I thought we could just hang out and I would share some products and brands that I'm interested in trying. And if you've tried these products, I would love to hear your opinion, whether or not you think they're worth the money. I will say this is a really good time of the year to keep an eye on the individual brands' websites, because usually around the VIB sale, they'll have some sort of like friends and family discount where they offer 20 or 30% off products, and you can usually get a little bit of a better discount than you get during the Sephora sale. Not every brand, but if there is like one specific product or brand you're looking to buy from, maybe sign up for their newsletter and see if you can get a better discount. But either way, even if you're not planning on shopping the sale, I just thought we could sit down and hang out and chat about some new makeup products. Actually, some of these are not new launches, they're just things I haven't tried. So I would love to hear your opinion either way if you've tried them. Okay, I have a ton of cheek products on my list. Let's start with one that I do think I'll grab as long as it's in stock. This is from Rare Beauty. It's their Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter. I really want the shade Mesmerize. So I picked up the shade Exhilarate a few weeks ago. It's a really pretty gold. I have literally worn it every single day since I've gotten it, whether I am doing something a little more dramatic like today or something a little bit softer. I also love wearing that as an eyeshadow. Today I have it on as like an inner corner highlight. It's so intense, really, really beautiful, but very smooth on the skin and very lightweight. So I've really been enjoying that formula. I would buy the pink toned one at the full price tag. So if I can get it for a discount, that would be amazing, but it always seems to be sold out. So I hope it will be in stock, and I definitely plan on picking that up. There is a cream highlighter that I was thinking about trying, but I don't want to grab both of them because they are both kind of like pink toned highlighters. So I think I'll grab Rare Beauty, but if not, I have wanted to try this one. It's the Merit Day Glow Dewy Highlighting Balm in the shade Bounce. So again, I have a gold version of this. It is the most beautiful product. If you like a cream highlighter, I think you'll like this formula. It looks so good on the skin. It's just a really beautiful formula. It melts into the skin in such a pretty way. I feel like a lot of cream and liquid highlighters can look very heavy on the skin or overly metallic, but the Merit one just looks like your skin really is glistening. It's so gorgeous. Merit cheek products as a whole, I think look very natural on the skin because they're very thin. Like the formula is not too creamy, it's not too thick. And one of you guys recommended the rose gold color to me, so I do want to grab that one at some point, but I do think I like the Rare Beauty formula just a little bit better right now. I've kind of been into powder highlighters. I actually have a Charlotte Tilbury product on my wish list. Actually, I think I have two. So I'm kind of considering these. Charlotte Tilbury is a little more expensive, so I typically would only consider their products during some sort of sale. But I did end up buying a set during the fall VIB sale that came with two of the Beauty Light ones. They were both minis, but I got Pinkgasm and then also like a light pearly highlighter. I can't remember the exact shade right now, but I love Pinkgasm. I think it is so gorgeous. The color is really pretty. The formula is really nice. So I really do want to pick up the shade Peachgasm, which is basically like a peachy version of that. And I think it would be so nice during the summertime. I wish they sold all of them as minis because I just don't feel like I need a full-sized version of this. And I'd rather get a mini for a less expensive price point. $42 is a lot for like one singular liquid blush. And as much as I like Pinkgasm, I just feel like the mini is sufficient for me. So I wish Peachgasm came as a mini, but I'm kind of thinking about picking that one up. If you know of any Peachgasm dupes, please let me know because it's more so like the actual color that I'm wanting rather than the product. I like the product itself, but I feel like there are other brands out there that probably have something kind of similar. The other peachy, or I guess more so like corally blush that I'm considering is a powder blush. This one is from RMS Beauty. It is the ReDimension Hydra Powder Blush in the shade Mai Tai. I do have two other shades, and this is such a gorgeous formula. If you like the look of a glowy blush, but you don't want a liquid blush, this is a really nice option. It's basically like a blush highlighter hybrid. It looks so smooth on the skin, really beautiful, but I guess it's not overly glowy. So I don't know that I would call it like a blush highlighter hybrid, but it is a glowy blush. It just makes your skin look so beautiful. And I thought the shade Mai Tai would be so perfect for the spring, just because it is more of like a bright orangey coral. I don't have a ton of like peachy or orangey blushes. A lot of mine lean more pink toned, more like mauve-y, so I do feel like one of those shades would be really nice for the spring. I really want to try one of the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Sticks. I love my bronzer stick. I use that like pretty much every single day these days. It stays in place really well. It's so smooth on the skin, really easy to apply. So I've actually had like the blushes on my loves list for a long time, but I don't know that there is like one specific shade that really jumps out at me. I just feel like I know I would like the formula so much because I love the bronzer formula a lot. So if there is a specific shade you love, I would love to know so I can kind of like narrow that down and add a specific shade to my loves list. I feel like that's why I end up skipping over it during every sale, because there isn't like one shade that I'm really sold on. I feel like that's a product I need to go into a Sephora store and look at, because the swatches online, I don't know, like the actual shades just don't, I can't tell which one would be flattering on my skin tone. But there's another blush stick that I am considering. It's from the brand Colé. I really want to try this brand, so I do plan on picking something up from this brand. And there are two products in particular that I've had on my list. The first one is the Desert Date Cream Blush and Lip Multi-Stick. I think I might grab the shade Spice, which is a deeper plum. I feel like I've heard really good things about this brand, so I do want to try something. Their products are not super expensive. I think they're mostly around like the $20, $25 price range. So I'm curious to try some of their products. Okay, last blush formula on my loves list. I don't think that I'll grab one of these during this sale specifically, but I've been thinking about picking up another Merit Flush Balm. These are their cream blushes. So I do have one. I have the shade, I think it's Cheeky. Again, I find that Merit's formula is really lightweight, so it blends out easily. It looks very natural on the skin, which I do feel like would be nice to have for the spring season. So there are two shades that I have on my loves list right now. Beverly Hills, which is a soft peach. I feel like that would be like the perfect everyday shade. And then also Terracotta, which is a warm cream. This is kind of like a blush bronzer shade, so that might be nice for everyday as well. But again, I don't know that I'll grab one of these during this specific sale because I have so many cheap products on my wish list right now. I actually don't have any eyeshadow palettes on my wish list right now, which is so weird for me because in the past I've always purchased like one bigger palette I've been considering. But I don't know, this year I've just been enjoying like a lot of older palettes, a lot of single shadows, and then when I do buy any sort of palette, it's usually like a drugstore palette or a drugstore quad. So I don't have any palettes right now, but I'm curious to know, do you have any palettes on your wish list? Sometimes I'll pick up like a Natasha Denona mini palette, but again, I feel pretty content with my current collection. There is a mascara. I plan on picking up the Tower 28 Make Waves Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. This is like my top mascara right now. It's my go-to. It does such a great job of lifting and curling the lashes, but it also adds a lot of volume, a lot of length. I just used mine up, so I don't currently have that in rotation, and I miss it. It is such a good mascara. I do have other mascaras I really enjoy, but I just like to have that one on hand because I think it does such a great job. So that's my only eye product that I have on my list that I'm really considering during the sale. I do want to repurchase the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I kind of fell back in love with that a few months ago, and I've really been enjoying it. I switched shades. So I used to wear 140, but that's a little bit too yellow toned for me, and I think 150 is actually a better match. That is for light skin tones with neutral undertones. I think I kind of fall somewhere in the middle between yellow undertones and neutral undertones, but I think yellow toned foundations lean so yellow that they look a little bit off on me. So lately I have been going for more of like a neutral toned foundation, and I love that one. The one that I'm using is almost all gone, and I do think the texture changed a little bit, so I probably shouldn't be using it. I've had it for a while, and I think it's a little bit thicker than it used to be, so it is time to repurchase that. Okay, the other Charlotte Tilbury product on my wish list is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. I've been thinking about picking this up again for a while. This used to be my favorite powder years ago. I loved it so much, but I was going through powder so fast back then because I would just layer it on my face and really pack it on. I don't wear that much powder these days. I still set my face every single day with powder, for the most part, or I'll at least use it like under the eyes and in my T-zone. So I do feel like it would last me longer these days if I was to pick it up, and I just remember it being so smoothing, so beautiful. I feel like I've heard a lot about it recently, so I kind of want to pick it up again, but it's expensive. It's $48, and I don't know that I've spent $48 on a powder since I last tried that years ago. So we'll see. I just remember it being really, really beautiful on the skin. The last complexion product I'm thinking about trying is this one from Glossier. I definitely want to try some more Glossier products. This is the Priming Moisturizer. It's supposed to be like a balancing, oil controlling gel cream. So it's basically like a moisturizer primer all in one. That sounds really nice for the spring season. Please let me know if you have any Glossier recommendations. I tried the Boy Brow pretty recently and I love it. I use it every single day. It's really beautiful. So I definitely want to try more of the Glossier formulas. I'm just not sure which products to grab. The majority of the products from the brand are under $20. So again, fairly affordable for Sephora. But I figured while I was placing a Sephora order, I might try like another product or two from them. Okay, let's talk about some lip products. I chose these specifically with like spring in mind. So the first one is the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Glossy Lip Balm. I've been thinking about the shade Nearly Apricot, which is a soft coral. I just thought this would be so pretty for the spring. Again, I don't have like a lot of coral toned makeup products in my collection, and I feel like they would just be really fun for the spring season. I love this formula so much. It is such an underrated product. I have Nearly Neutral, and then I think I actually got Nearly Berry during the fall sale, and I wear them all the time. They're very glossy, very balmy, just as the name suggests, and they're just perfect for everyday wear. They're really, really comfortable and super pretty. So again, recently I did try the Fenty Poutsicle Hydrating Lip Stain. I'm so glad I finally tried this out because it is really, really nice. It's basically a glossy lip stain and you have like a really pretty glossy finish, and once that wears off, the actual product stains the lips and it feels really good. It's very comfortable all day long. I did a video testing that out and I really layered it up. Like it was super intense in that video, but for day-to-day wear, I usually just go in with like a lighter, softer layer and it looks great. It looks a little bit more natural. So I have the berry shade, which I think is probably the most dramatic, but I do want to grab the shade Strawberry Sangria. I saw a couple of TikToks, like after I filmed my video, I was on TikTok looking it up to see what the other shades looked like. And again, I feel like Strawberry Sangria would be so fun for spring and summer. Okay, and then there are two additional lip products that I haven't tried, but again, I am considering picking them up. The first one is from Colé. This is the Lip Treatment Oil. I feel like I've heard people say really good things about this product as well, and I do, again, plan on trying something from the brand. If I do pick up the lip oil, I think I'll grab the shade Smitten, which is a bright pink. Because it is a lip oil, I'm assuming it's going to be like a little bit softer on the lips and not too intense. But, you know, I do have a lot of lip oils I love, but I feel like a nice bright pink could be fun for the summertime. And then the last lip product is from Glossier. It is the Ultra Lip High Shine Lipstick with hyaluronic acid. I can't tell if this is going to be too pigmented for me. I don't know, I go back and forth. Like I really love a good sheer lip product, but these days I do reach for something that has a little bit more pigment as well. So I don't always combine like glossy finishes with high pigment though, because I feel like they end up making a little bit of a mess. So I'm not sure if I'll grab this or not. I feel like I need to read some reviews on it. It looks nice and I couldn't decide which shade, but I think the shade Trench, which is like a toffee brown, would be really nice for everyday wear. So again, I'm not sure if you've tried this. I would love to know what you think. Is it similar to the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum? I am wearing one of those today, just like a small amount of the shade. What is it? It's like it's the shade I don't like. I have an Urban Decay lipstick on, and then just to lighten it up a little bit, I took let me just look up the actual shade. I took the Makeup by Mario product and just put it in like the very center of my lips, and just to add some shine as well. It's the shade Nude Glow, which is like their lightest cream shade. On its own, it just looks very streaky on me, and the color isn't super flattering, but I do feel like, you know, layered on top of something a little bit more intense, it is pretty. Actually, I forgot to tell you the bronzers on my wish list. I feel like I'm pretty content with my current bronzer collection. I really wear like the Makeup by Mario bronzer most days, or the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream bronzer, and then there is a powder bronzer from Beauty Pie I'm enjoying. But I've had the Saie Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer on my list for a long time, and I do feel like now that cream bronzer, now that I know it's like a staple part of my makeup routine, I would like to try another formula just to see what else is out there. When I was first getting into cream bronzer, I wasn't sure that I was going to stick, like if I would actually enjoy it long term, but I love it. I think it is so quick and easy. It looks really natural on the skin, and I've heard good things about this Saie formula. Okay, I also added this Patrick Ta product to my loves list. I don't know that I'll grab this during the sale, but I love the Patrick Ta blush duos. So at some point, I would like to try the bronzer duos, which come with a powder bronzer and a cream bronzer. I don't know if they recommend that you use those in the same way, like apply the powder and then the cream on top. But I feel like that could be nice to have like a powder and a cream in one compact, because sometimes after I do apply powder bronzer or after I do apply cream bronzer, I end up going in with powder as well. So I just know the cream blush duos are beautiful. I love them so much. So I do feel like I would like the bronzer as well. I do have a fragrance on my list. I don't typically buy full-sized perfumes, so I don't know that I would buy the full-sized version of this. I bought like a travel spray of this, and then I must have left it somewhere when I was traveling because I no longer have it and I miss it. It was like my go-to scent. It's from Saie. It is the Melrose Place perfume. The full-size perfume is $64, so not the most expensive perfume Sephora has to offer, but still a lot. I usually prefer to buy like travel-sized versions because I do switch up my fragrance fairly often, and I just really like that scent. I have the body lotion, I have the body scrub, like anything that comes in that scent I want because it is so, so good. So as far as skincare goes, I have 3 products. 2 of them are products that I'm planning on repurchasing. The Paula's Choice BHA liquid exfoliant. You guys, I got the best tip in one of my YouTube videos. I think it was like an empties video. I was going through this product like every 3 months. I was going through it so fast. And at the time, I didn't realize that was very fast until one of you guys said like you stopped using this product with a cotton pad and you just applied it to your face. Like you poured some in your hands and then applied it to your face that way. The bottle I have has lasted me like 3 times as long since I quit using a cotton pad. It is crazy to me how much the cotton pad was soaking up. So I'm almost through with the bottle I have, and again, it's lasted me like 8 or 9 months, which is amazing. So thank you to the person who left that tip. And if you use that product and you're currently using a cotton pad, get rid of them, just use your hands, and you'll be amazed at how much longer a bottle will last you. I think I will repurchase the Sunday Riley CEO 15% vitamin C serum. I've been using this one pretty consistently for a little bit less than a year. I feel like that's been my go-to. It's very gentle on my skin, but I do find that it's effective. I will say I ran out of that, and I am currently using the Drunk Elephant one. I went back to the Drunk Elephant one. I used it for years and years, and then I quit using it because it was expensive and it expired quickly. I had some Ulta points, so I decided to redeem them for that serum because I was watching an older video of mine when I was reviewing it, and the difference it made in my skin was so visible, like the difference it made over 3 months. And that's why I used it so regularly for years. They did repackage it, so now you actually like combine the products when you open it up. So a lot of people say it does last longer. So I've been using that. I took before photos because I do want to see if it makes a difference. I'm going to finish that one, and then I might go back to Sunday Riley. So you know what? I won't buy the Sunday Riley product right now. Maybe I'll wait on that one, but I want to see if the Drunk Elephant product is as effective as it was years ago when I was using it. That's it for skincare. I just cleaned out like my skincare drawer the other day, and there are a lot of open skincare products I'm currently using, so I don't want to run out and repurchase or buy a bunch of new skincare until I use those up. But there are a few hair products that I want to pick up. The Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Scalp Scrub Shampoo. Longest name ever, but I love this product so much. I go through it fairly slowly, but I do feel like it is very effective. It does a great job at exfoliating my scalp. You know, if you use a lot of dry shampoo, I feel like an exfoliating product is really, really important. And I like this one because I just think when I use it, my hair as a whole feels very fresh, looks really clean, but if I'm dealing with any sort of scalp irritation, it's gone when I use this product. It's expensive, but you don't have to use a ton of it, and I usually use it like once every 2 weeks. I might grab the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Avocado hair mask. I don't know. I recently tried one from Coco and Eve that I love. I think I actually like it better than this one. I've been repurchasing this one for years and years, but the Coco and Eve one is so nourishing. It's like intensely hydrating, and I just think it's better than the Briogeo one. I don't know if they're right around the same price point. I've had this one on my loves list, so instead I might grab the Coco and Eve one. I ran out of both of them at the same time. I'm currently using like a random one that I got in a subscription box a while ago, and it's fine, but not as good as those two. I do have the VIB Strong Hairspray on my list. That's Well, okay, so I bought that one because the Kenra one wasn't really working for me. A lot of people said Kenra's formula changed, which I felt like was true. And then I repurchased the Kenra one, and now I feel like it's fine. I used the Kenra one today. I do feel like the Kenra hairspray holds my curls better, but the Verb hairspray gives me more volume. So it kind of depends on the look I'm going for. If I want like a lot of volume and I don't care as much about hold, I'll use the Verb one. So I kind of like having them both. But I don't know, maybe I'll finish up the Kenra one before I grab that. And then I kind of want to try this product from Verb. It's the Volume Dry Texture Spray. I do have a volumizing spray from the brand Living Proof. It's so good. It's very, very effective. If I want a lot of volume, like specifically at the roots, I'll just kind of like lift my roots and spray that in and really rub it in. And it makes your hair look so thick, really voluminous. Kind of similar to what applying dry shampoo would do, but I feel like it's more intense. Living Proof is definitely more expensive than Verb, and I just enjoy Verb as a whole, so I've kind of been considering trying more of their products. Those are all of the products that are currently on my Sephora Loves list. Again, I don't plan on buying all of these products. The majority of them will stay on my Loves list, but I do want to pick up a few things during the Sephora sale. So let me know if you have any recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I would love to know if there are any products you're considering, new brands that you want to try, so let me know in the comments below. Oh, also let us know if you see any good sales happening, like from the individual brands' websites, so we can get a better discount rather than waiting for the Sephora VIB sale. I would love to know that as well. And if I see any, I'll definitely share them on Instagram or my community tab. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.